Under endless stars, where the night whispers secrets. Lose yourself in the groove. This is your moment.
Never landing. I'm a satellite orbiting around your gravity pull. My heart is full of you, of this trajectory you set for me. I'm circling endlessly around your light, your warmth, your radiant core. I can't ask for more than this view of you from up here in the sky. As I float by your world, your life, hoping you look up and see. Every rotation brings me closer to understanding why I can't deny the force that keeps me bound to you. This invisible thread since the day we met. I've been caught in your gravitational field so strong. All along I knew that you were the center of my universe. Now somehow you pulled me in, and I've been circling ever since. I'm your satellite, forever in your orbit here, drawing near but never close enough to touch your surface ground. I found my purpose in revolving around you each day. Come what may, I'll keep on spinning, keep on circling your light, day and night. I'm your satellite, devoted to this flight. Some say satellites are lonely, isolated in the cold, but I hold this view as precious, this perspective from above of your life and everything you do down there below. I know that I'm exactly where I'm meant to be, right here. Crystal clear is my devotion, my commitment to this art. Maybe one day you'll look up and really see me in the air above you, faithful, constant, never straying far, like a star that's chosen you to orbit for eternity. Finally understanding that some love is meant to circle round. I found peace in being your satellite forevermore. So I'll keep spinning, keep on tracing patterns in your sky, you and I. Connected by this gravity that won't let go. I know that this is love even if we never touch ground. I found everything I need and circling your world each day in my way. I'm loving you from orbit, from this distant devoted place. I'm your satellite, forever in your orbit here, drawing near but never close enough to touch your surface ground. I found my purpose in revolving around you each day. Come what may, I'll keep on spinning, keep on circling your light, day and night. Your satellite, devoted to this flight. Da-da-da-da-do. 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 Never let me. Hold it, smile. Wait, the lighting is bad. Try again, yeah. We drove for hours to the mountain peak to find the scenery that we see. Not for the beauty of the snow and ice, but for the comments that are sweet and nice. You pose me by the railing in the cold. Look natural is what I'm always told. My teeth are chattering, my fingers blue, but I have to look in love with you. Take the shot, check the screen. Does it look like a movie scene, or just the brightness boosts the sound? cracks in our foundation. It's all about the filter that we choose to cover up the sadness and the blues. A perfect life inside a little square, pretending that we really care. We edit out the silence in the car, we edit out the distance near and far. As long as everybody thinks we're fine, we'll keep on selling this design. Coffee isn't good, but the cup is cute, so we take a picture while we stay on mute. You're scrolling through the feed of someone else, comparing trophies on the mental shelf. I wanna talk about the way I feel, I want a moment that is raw and real, but you are busy thinking of a caption, distracted by the digital reaction. Crop the edge, blur the back, keep the image right on track. Don't let them see the boredom in my eyes, don't let them see the subtle lies. It's all about the filter that we choose to cover up the sadness and the blues. A perfect life inside a little square, pretending that we really care. We edit out the silence in the car, we edit out the distance near and far. As long as everybody thinks we're fine, we'll keep on selling this design. What happens when the battery is dead and we are left with everything unsaid? Just two strangers standing in the frost, realizing how much we have lost. No audience to clap for our performance, just a weight of quiet dissonance. Are you happy or do you just look it? Did we earn this love or did we book it? It's all about the filter that we choose to cover up the sadness and the blues. A perfect life inside a little square, pretending that we really care. We edit out the silence in the car, we edit out the distance near and far. As long as everybody thinks we're fine, we'll keep on selling this design. Post it, wait for the lights, refresh, refresh, refresh. We look so happy, don't we? Just a filter, only a filter. I walk the fragile frost of early morning. Silver light drapes every sleeping spire. Breath becomes a promise in the hush before the world. My heart a quiet drum beneath the choir of wire. Shadows recede as hope ignites in quiet veins. Each step I take rewrites the edges of my name. In every frozen breath I find a spark, a whisper urging me to leave my mark. Rising me beyond the winter's glassy veil. Let every frozen doubt dissolve and pale. I'll carry dawn within this restless soul. Forge my path where shattered dreams become whole. Footprints vanish in the drifting silver sea. I chase reflections of who I'm meant to be. Fallen flakes compose a song of new beginnings. A fleeting dance that stirs my hidden wings. Cold may cling, but embers glow beneath the endless hours of night. In every echo of the silence night, I hear the promise of a braver cry. No more waiting for the sunrise to decide. I claim the light that pulses deep inside. Through every faltering step and trembling doubt, I'll fan the flame until my purpose shines. Shattered dreams become rise with me beyond the winter's glassy veil. Let every frozen doubt dissolve in veil. I'll carry on within this restless soul. Forge my path where shattered dreams become whole.
My dreams are atrophying like muscles left unused. Atrophy, I refuse to exercise the parts of me that used to be alive. Atrophy, I survive, but I don't thrive, I don't grow, I just maintain. Atrophy, the pain of watching myself shrink into someone small and safe. Atrophy, I'm afraid that soon there'll be nothing left of who I'm meant to be. I used to paint, now the brushes gather dust and mold. Atrophy takes hold of passion when you ignore it long enough to kill. Atrophy, my will to create has withered from neglect and daily grind. Atrophy, I find myself looking at my hands and wondering what they're for. Atrophy, nothing more than tools for typing emails, earning checks to pay the rent. Atrophy, I'm wasting away, little by little every day, the parts of me that made me whole. Atrophy is taking its toll on my spirit, on my drive, on my soul. Atrophy, I've lost control of who I'm becoming, who I've been. Atrophy, wearing thin. Medical science says atrophy can be reversed with use. Atrophy, no excuse for letting myself decay, for choosing comfort over growth. Atrophy, I know both what I need to do and why I haven't done it yet. Atrophy, the debt I owe myself is growing with each passing day of waste. Atrophy, I've misplaced my priorities, my values, my sense of what matters most. But muscle memory exists, the body remembers how. Atrophy right now, I'm picking up the brush, I'm stretching dormant limbs. Atrophy, it begins to reverse when you commit to using what you lost. Atrophy, the cost of rebuilding is discomfort, is facing what I've let die. Atrophy, I'll try. So I'm starting small, 5 minutes every day. Atrophy giving way to growth again, and strengthening what shrank from lack of care. Atrophy, I swear I won't let another year pass watching myself shrink. Atrophy, on the brink of disappearing completely into who I pretend to be. Atrophy, setting free the person I was meant to become before fear won. Atrophy, I'm wasting away, little every day, the parts of me that made me whole to me. Atrophy is taking its toll on my spirit, on my drive, on my soul, on my drive. Atrophy, I've lost control of who I'm becoming, who I've been. Atrophy, wearing thin. I walk the quay where glass towers breathe, their reflections folding like origami into the river. People pass with pockets full of promises, their shadows bargain with the light. The city keeps its ledger open at night, counting small debts in the corners of our eyes. A child sells paper boats to the tide of commutes, each one a currency of imagined escape. We trade our names for addresses and routines and call it progress when the skyline learns to forget. Beneath the neon, a garden of receipts grows, roots tangled in the stories we no longer tell. There is a language written on the subway tiles, a grammar of hurry that erases the margins. If hope is a harbor, then we are ships without flags, anchored by the weight of what we cannot say. In the glass harbor, we see ourselves twice, one reflection honest, one dressed in compromise. We raise our hands to windows that will not open and learn to breathe through the cracks of the city. If tomorrow is a ledger, let my name be ink that stays, not a number washed away by the tide. Old men mend the nets of memory on the pier, stitching yesterday into the hems of their coats. A woman folds a letter into the shape of a bird and sets it free between the ferries and the fog. We are all cartographers of small departures, mapping exits that lead back to the same street. Break the glass, they say, but the shards remember light, and every cut becomes a constellation on our palms. We will learn to read the constellations of our scars and find a harbor in the honest geometry of dawn. In a glass harbor, reflections learn to speak. They trade their masks for voices, soft and meek. We will open windows with the patience of tides and let the city keep the parts that no longer hide. If tomorrow is a ledger, write my name in gold, a line that holds the story of the boat. I fold my coat around the coat and walk away, leaving footprints that the river might keep. The harbor keeps its mirrors, I keep my hands, and somewhere between the glass and the water I
Our love began as a whisper, barely audible at all, a quiet call that I almost missed in the noise of daily life. No drama, no strife, just a gentle hum that grew a little louder every day in its own way, building slowly like a song that knows its destination clear. Year after year, the volume rising, the intensity taking hold of me. You were pianissimo when we met, so soft and sweet, a heartbeat I had to lean in close to hear, to understand your quiet hand reaching out for mine in crowded rooms and busy streets. Our love repeats, this pattern starting small then swelling into something grand. I understand now that the best love stories build instead of burst. We're a crescendo building slow and sure, from whisper to roar, from less to more. Every day the music swells inside my chest. We're a crescendo, and I'm blessed to feel this rising tide of you and me. We're a crescendo, finally I understand that love is not an explosion, it's a climb. We're a crescendo, taking time to reach the peak we're meant to find.
used to think that love should hit you like a lightning strike, but you're not like the loves I knew before. You're the slow burn, the patient build. My heart is filled with something deeper than the flash and crash of instant flame. You're not the same as quick passion that burns bright then disappears through the years. You're the melody that keeps on rising, never falls. Musicians know that crescendo is the most powerful force. Of course it is, because it gives you time to feel the coming wave. You save your energy, you build anticipation till the peak. When we speak of love, this is the kind that lasts beyond the first loud note. I devote myself to this crescendo life we're building here together now. So let's keep building, let's keep rising toward the sky. You and I are composing something beautiful that takes its time in rhythm, in rhyme. We're creating music that the world has never heard before. I want more of these crescendo days where love keeps getting louder, stronger, true, all because of you. And the way you let our love unfold instead of forcing it. We're a crescendo, building slow and sure, from whisper to roar, from less to more. Every day the music swells inside my chest. We're a crescendo, and I'm blessed to feel this rising tide of you and me. We're a crescendo, finally I understand that love is not an explosion, it's a climb. We're a crescendo, taking time to reach the peak we're meant to find. Rising higher, love's crescendo. I keep the receipts of ordinary days in a shoebox, each one a thin confession of what I chose to buy. A sweater for a winter I could not afford to feel, a ticket for a train that never took me far enough. The city sells us moments wrapped in glossy paper, and we sign our names to the ledger of desire. A florist arranges grief into bouquets with prices, and we barter tenderness for the comfort of a label. We measure love in discounts and late night sales, forgetting how to hold a hand without an invoice. Memory becomes a receipt we fold and fold again, until the creases form the map of what we lost. There is a hunger that no purchase can fill, a quiet ache that catalogs cannot name. If meaning is a currency, then we are bankrupt, spending coins on things that never learn our faces. Receipt of rain stamped with the date of our small light, of our small lives. We trade hours for things that never stay. In the aisle of choices, I search for something true, a purchase that will not vanish with the day. If love is not for sale, then teach me how to keep the moments that are not priced but deep. A child trades marbles for a promise of tomorrow, and the promise folds into the pocket of a coat. Ooh, we hang our coats on hooks labeled with our names and leave a
seats used to be. Received the rain, let the ink wash away. Leave only the shape of what we chose to save. In the quiet after the purchase, I will find the unbud moments that belong to the mind. If love is not for sale, then teach me how to give and keep the parts of me that learn to live. I fold the last receipt and place it in the rain, watching the ink dissolve into the street. The city keeps its markets. I keep my hands in somewhere between the purchases. I remain.
I'm trading my currency for things I don't appreciate. My time for a paycheck that can't compensate for the moments I'm missing, for the life I'm not living here. The currency is clear, we're all exchanging something precious for something less. This currency test is whether we know what we're really giving up each day. The currency we pay in youth, in health, in relationships that fade away. Society's currency is money, status, power, fame. But the currency game is rigged because they never tell you what it costs. The currency lost is everything that actually matters in the end. The currency we spend on climbing ladders that lead nowhere we wanna go. The currency flow is one direction, from our souls into their pockets deep. Yeah. Currency, what are we trading here? Our finite years for infinite wants that never satisfy. Currency we buy into a system that devalues what's real. Currency, I feel the weight of every transaction I've made. Currency, I pay too much for too little, for too long now. My grandfather's currency was different, simpler, true. He knew that time with family was worth more than overtime pay. The currency today has shifted, twisted into something unrecognizable. The currency pull is toward accumulation, toward more and more and more. The currency war against our own well-being, against our own humanity here. What if we change the currency we value most? What if the coast we're racing toward isn't worth the ocean we're crossing now? The currency somehow we need to redefine what wealth actually means to us. The currency fuss about material things is distracting from real treasure here. The currency clear as day is time, is love, is presence, is being alive. So I'm changing my currency, I'm trading differently now. The currency I vow to spend on things that compound, that grow in value over time. The currency crime I've been committing against myself is ending here today. The currency way forward is backward to what we knew before we lost our way. The currency pay is meaning, purpose, connection, depth instead of with the currency. What are we trading here? Currency, what are we trading here? Our finite years for infinite wants that never satisfy. Currency we buy into a system that devalues what's real. Currency, I feel the weight of every transaction I've made. Currency, I pay too much for too little, for too long now.
We meet where the square remembers the footsteps of 1,000 afternoons. Benches hold the weight of conversations that never ended, and pigeons trace the geometry of our small departures. A mural peels like an old promise, color softening with time. But someone paints a new line and the wall remembers again. Children chase the echo of a laugh and make it theirs. And for a moment the city feels like a single breath. There is a common thread in the way we gather, a fragile map of kindness stitched across the pavement. Echoes of the commons carry our names. Let the square keep the stories we cannot hold. In the hush between the market calls and the closing doors, we find a place that keeps us whole. Echoes of the commons sing us home to the small truths we almost lost. A baker leaves unsold loaves for anyone who needs them, and a teacher pins a note for a child who missed the bell. Neighbors trade keys and recipes, and the secret of a good day. And the ordinary becomes a shelter from the storm. We learn to share the weight of sorrow and the light of small joys, and the city becomes a chorus of hands. If memory is a public thing, let it be generous. Let it hold the names of those who came and those who stayed. We will teach our children how to listen to the echoes and how to answer when the city calls. Echoes of the commons carry our names. Let the square keep the stories we cannot hold. In the hush between the market calls and the closing doors, we find a place that keeps us whole. Echoes of the commons sing us home until every voice is known. I leave a note on the bench and walk into the evening, knowing someone else will find it and smile. The square keeps its echoes, we keep our hands, and somewhere between the stones we remain. Watching sand fall grain by grain through the hourglass summer days. Every moment slips right through my fingers, nothing ever stays. I turned 25 and 30 came. Now I'm staring at the mirror wondering, when did time start moving so fast? When did I become the past? Tick-tock, the clock won't stop. Every second that I've got is falling like the sand, slipping through my hands. I'm an hourglass, running out of time, trying to hold on to moments that were mine, but they fall away like grains of sand. No matter how tight I hold my hands, hourglass, I'm breaking down, watching my life hit the ground. One grain at a time, I'm losing life in this hourglass of life. Mother's face has lines I don't remember. My father's hair turned silver last December. My little sister's getting married in the fall. When did we all grow up at all? I wanted to travel, ride a the life I didn't plan to make. Ay, now I'm drowning in responsibilities while my dreams collect dust on shelves I barely see. Tick tock, another year gone, another birthday, another song about time I'll never get back, about the life I lack. I'm an hourglass, running out of time, trying to hold on to moments that were mine, but they fall away like grains of sand. No matter how tight I hold my hands, hourglass, I'm breaking down, watching my life hit the ground, one grain at a time. I'm losing light in this hourglass of light. What if I could flip it over, start again while I'm still sober? From the lies that time is endless, that tomorrow's always endless, but the truth is standing here, crystal clear through all my fear, that this moment is all I own, and it's already half gone. I can't stop the sand from falling, can't ignore the future calling, but I can choose what I do now, with the time I'm allowed. Every grain is precious, sacred, every moment shouldn't be wasted on things that don't matter at all. I'm building walls instead of bridges tall, so I'm calling my mother tonight, gonna tell her that she's right about the things that really matter before our time together shatters. I'm booking that flight to Paris tomorrow, done waiting, done living in sorrow about the time I've already lost. I'm counting what I have, not the cost. Tick tock, the clock still moves, but now I'm choosing what I do with every grain that falls. I'm gonna give my all. I'm an hourglass, but I'm alive right now, not worried about the when or how. I'll use these grains of sand I've got to build something that can't be bought. Hourglass, I'm standing tall, catching every grain that falls, making meaning with the time in this hourglass that's mine. The sand keeps falling, that's the truth, but I'm done wasting my youth on fear of running out of time, on living life by someone else's design. Every grain that's left to fall, I'm gonna make it count, give it all to the people that I love, to the dreams I'm made of. Hourglass, you taught me well that time's a story I must tell, for the final grain descends before this hourglass ends. So I'm living, really living now, breaking free from every vow that kept me small, that kept me scared. I'm using time like I actually cared. Hourglass, hourglass, teach me how to make it last, not by stopping sand from falling, but by answering life's calling. With every grain I have remaining, I'll make it worth the time I'm claiming. This hourglass is mine, and I'm gonna make it shine. They see my shape but not my face, a shadow in an empty space. They know my outline, nothing more, just a silhouette they ignore. I wave my hands, I call their name, but to them I'm all the same as every other girl they see, just a figure in between. I'm standing right in front of you, but you look right through, like I'm made of smoke in there, like I'm not really there. I'm just a silhouette to you, a dark shape without a view. You see the form but not the soul, just the outline, not the whole silhouette. That's all I am, a shadow of a woman. You don't see the colors inside. say, but never ask what I think today. I'm decoration on the wall, a pretty shadow that is all. They don't wonder what I feel, if this silhouette is even real. I'm screaming but no sound comes out from this shadow full of doubt. Am I even here at all, or just a shape upon the wall? I'm just a silhouette to you, a dark shape without a view. You see the form but not the soul, just the outline, not the whole silhouette. That's all I am, a shadow of a woman. You don't see the colors inside, just a silhouette I can't hide. What if I stepped into the light? Would you finally see me right? Or would you still just see the shade of the woman you think I've made? I'm more than curves and lines, more than what you can define by looking at my outer shell. There's a whole story I could tell, but you don't ask, you just assume, based on how I fill the room, based on this silhouette you see, not the person that is me. I try to show my true colors today, but you turned your head away, comfortable with the shadow version, not ready for the real person. It's easier to love a silhouette than to know and not forget that I'm complex and I'm flawed, that I'm human, not a facade. Maybe I'll become the shadow that everyone expects to follow. Lost my substance long ago. Now I'm just a one-dimensional show. I'm just a silhouette to you, a dark shape without a view. You see the form but not the soul, just the outline, not the whole silhouette. That's all I am, a shadow of a woman. You don't see the colors inside, just a silhouette I can't hide. Oh, but I'm stepping out of shadow now, gonna show you all somehow that I'm more than just a shape, more than this silhouette escape. I'm flesh and blood and beating heart, not just a work of shadow art. I'm done being your silhouette, done being something you forget. See me, really see me now, not the shadow. See me how I really am, complete and whole, not a silhouette but a soul silhouette. I'm leaving you behind, silhouette. I'm done being defined by the shadow that I cast. I'm stepping into light at last. No more silhouette, no more silhouette. I'm real, I'm here, don't forget. I'm more than a silhouette.
I see your face in crowded rooms, even though you're long gone. Your laugh echoes in empty halls. I can't seem to move on. Every corner holds a memory, every street we used to walk. I'm surrounded by the ghosts of everything we were, everything we're not. They follow me wherever I go. These shadows of my past. Oh, I can't escape, I can't let go. How long is this gonna last? I'm living with ghosts, they're all around me, haunting every step I take. I'm living with ghosts, they found me, reminding me of my mistakes. Ghosts of who I used to be, ghosts of what we couldn't say. I'm drowning in these memories, change my number, change my name, but the ghosts, they travel with me. Nothing's different, it's all the same. Your voice still whispers in my head at 3 a.m. when I can't sleep. The ghost of words I should have said cut into me deep. I thought distance would set me free, but ghosts don't care about geography. They're in my mind, under my skin. These battles I can't win. I'm living with ghosts around me, haunting every step I take. I'm living with ghosts, they found me, reminding me of my mistakes. Ghosts of who I used to be, ghosts of what we couldn't say. I'm drowning in these memories, living with ghosts. I'm not okay. How do you exercise the past? How do you make the ghosts leave at last? I've tried everything I know, but they won't let me go. Ghosts of friends who walked away, ghosts of things I didn't say, ghosts of chances that I missed, ghosts of every failed relationship. They sit at my table when I eat, they beside me when I sleep. They're in my mirror looking back, ghosts of a person I lacked. I went back to our place today, the cafe where we used to meet. Your ghost was sitting in your chair, like you've been waiting there for me. I tried to speak, but nothing came. Just stood there frozen in the door. The ghost of us was so alive, I couldn't take it anymore. These ghosts are getting stronger now. I don't know how to fight. They're taking over everything. They're winning every night. I'm living with ghosts, they're all around me, haunting every step I take. I'm living with ghosts, they found me, reminding me of my mistakes. Ghosts of who I used to be, ghosts of what we couldn't say. I'm drowning in these memories, living with ghosts. I can't escape. Maybe ghosts are just a proof that something mattered, that was truth. That maybe they don't go away because some part of me wants them to stay. Ghosts, I'm surrounded by ghosts, the ones that hurt me the most. I can't let go of ghosts, they're all I have left to hold close. Living with ghosts, just killing me slow. But they're all I know, they're all I know. Ghosts, these ghosts. I'm a ghost too, I suppose. Living with ghosts, forever with ghosts. I am the ghost. We're all just ghosts. The engine hums a low vibration, moving towards a destination. I don't know where, I don't know where. The glass is cold against my cheek. I achieve my hand. I haven't spoken for a week, watching the city turn to streaks of light, blurring into the canvas of the night. I see the opportunities fly past, like billboards that were built to never last. I wanna reach out and pull the brake, but I am paralyzed by the choice I made. The driver's seat is empty, or so it seems. Autopilot steering through my broken dreams. Faster and faster the wheels spin round, covering the distance on the frozen ground. I'm screaming inside, but I make no sound, just watching the world go by, watching it go by. I'm just a passenger in my own life, cutting through the winter like a dull knife. I didn't choose the road, I didn't choose the speed. I gave up the control that I really need, locked inside a moving cage of steel, forgetting how to touch, forgetting how to feel. Does anybody hear me banging on the door, or am I just part of the decor? Just a passenger, for the ride. I see a version of myself on the side of the street, standing in the snow with frozen feet. He looks at me as I go rushing by. There's a disappointment in his eye. I wanted to stop, I wanted to get out, to find out what the journey was all about. But the momentum pushes me back in the seat. Resignation tastes simplistic and sweet. It's easier to let the current take you down than to swim against the river and risk to drown. Faster and faster the scenery fades, living in the shadow of the barricades. I'm tired of the silence and the charades, just watching the world go by. I'm just a passenger in my own life, cutting through the winter like a dull knife. I didn't choose a road, I didn't choose the speed. I gave up the control that I really need, locked inside a moving cage of steel, forgetting how to touch, forgetting how to feel. Does anybody hear me banging on the door? Or am I just part of the decor? Just a passenger who is driving. Is it fate or is it fear? Is it the pressure ringing in my ear? Grab the wheel, turn it around before we crash into the ground. I need to feel the friction on my skin. I need to know where the hell I've been. Wake up, wake up. I'm just a passenger in my own life, cutting through the window like a dull knife. I didn't choose the road, I didn't choose the speed. I gave up the control that I really need, locked inside a moving cage of steel, forgetting how to touch, forgetting how to feel. Does anybody hear me banging on the door? Or am I just part of the decor? Just a passenger, still moving, still moving. Can't stop, won't stop, won't stop. I'm just sitting here, waiting for the end of the line.
Of powder light the silent street. I move like a whisper through the frozen gloom. My heart beats steady though the cold repeats. A quiet fire burns beneath winter's loom. Shadows linger, but they cannot define within these fragile lines. Lift the white veil and let the strength show through. Gentle as snowfall, fierce in what I do. Hold me in the hush where hope begins to rise. I'll bloom in the frost under clarity sky. A promise on the morning air. Steps imprint a path toward the hidden flame. Each gentle footfall sheds a layer of despair, revealing the core that will always remain. Softly I stand unwavering and clear. In every freezing wind my purpose draws near. No more retreat behind shadowed walls. I claim this grind despite the fall. The hush of winter Lift the white veil and let the strength show through. Gentle as snowfall, fierce in what I do. Hold me in the hush where hope begins to rise. I'll bloom in the frost under clarity sky. Shake it up, watch it fall. The same white dust covering it up. Perfect silence, perfect pose. Nobody sees, nobody knows. I live inside a bubble made of reinforced glass, watching the distorted seasons slowly come to pass. The sky is painted blue, but it never changes shade. A scenery of plastic that's meticulously made. You put me on the shelf to admire the display, safe from the dirt and the chaos of the day. There is no winter here to mess up my hair, but I am slowly suffocating in the stagnant air. Round and round the glitter flies, a beautiful storm for the empty eyes. It settles down on the same old ground, without a noise, without a sound. Is it safety or is it a tomb? Standing still in this living room. I'm living in a snow globe, pretty and small, trapped behind a clear and invisible wall. The flakes are falling down, but they never melt, freezing all the feelings that I ever felt. Don't shake me up again, I'm dizzy from the spin. I wanna break the surface, let the real world in. It looks like a wonderland, sparkling and bright, but it's lonely in the circle of the cold white light. Get me out of this snow globe. I tap against the boundary with a frozen hand, trying to send a signal that you'll understand, but you just smile and wipe the dust away. You look so happy is what you always say. The courage reflection warps the things I see. Is a monster out there or is it in me? I'm tired of the script, I'm tired of the loop. A flightless bird inside a crystal coop. Round and round the glitter flies, a beautiful storm for the empty eyes. It settles down on the same old ground, without a noise, without a sound. I need a hammer, I need a stone to shatter the only home I've known. I'm living in a snow globe, pretty and small, trapped behind a clear and invisible wall. The flakes are falling down, but they never melt, freezing all the feelings that I ever felt. Don't shake me up again, I'm too dizzy from the spin. I wanna break the surface, let the real world in. It looks like a wonderland, sparkling and bright, but it's lonely in the circle of the cold white light. Crack, I hear a sound, a spiderweb fracture on the ground. The water is leaking, the air is rushing through. It's scary and it's messy and it's totally new. I'm not a decoration, I'm not a souvenir. I'm breaking out of here, I'm breaking out of here. I'm living in a snow globe, pretty and small, trapped behind a clear and invisible wall. The flakes are falling down, but they never melt, freezing all the feelings that I ever felt. Don't shake me up again, I'm dizzy from the spin. I wanna break the surface, let the real world in. It looks like a wonderland, sparkling and bright, but it's lonely Morning light through broken blinds carves its truth in fragile lines. Every shadow fades away, every dawn rewrites the day. Dinner laughs at midnight talks, hand in hand on quiet walks. Every scar becomes a guide, every tear a tide we ride. Life is fragile, yet it's wide. Every moment open night. Even when the night is long, we are stronger, we belong. Breath of tomorrow, carry me through the storms across the sea. Living simple, living free, that's the way it's meant to be. Breath of tomorrow, hear the sound. Every heart is holy ground. Bills and burdens weigh us down, yet the sunrise wears no crown. Ordinary yet profound, life is sacred all around. Broken shoes on weary feet, still we dance on quiet streets. Every silence hides a song, every weakness makes us strong. Sing it loud, sing it true. Life is love and love is you. Every breath, a fragile flame, yet it burns and speaks our name.